Hey guys, welcome to Coach O's Corner. This is a new web series I'm going to have where I'm going to vent about various topics around the sports world, and today I'm going to start with a more localized version, and that's going to be on the Milwaukee Bucks this season and why they've been so frustrating for me. So if you stayed up last night to watch the Milwaukee Bucks versus the LA Clippers, you saw the Bucks fall behind by about 16 in the second quarter, rally, take the lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then blow the game at the end. And it was a very, very it was one of those games where you have such mixed emotions throughout the entire game. At one moment you're thinking, oh yeah, the Bucks got this in the bag. At another moment you're thinking, there's absolutely no way that we're going to win this game. And another moment you're thinking, I can't believe we blew this game. And the Bucks are just such a roller coaster team, and the biggest issue I have with the Bucks this season is that they just can't be consistent enough. And that's been the issue with the Bucks for the better part of the Jason Kidd era and of the past 4 years. They're just not consistent enough. And it really, really gets on my nerves at times because you see them play such flawless basketball, and then they come out and just lay an egg. Last night they finished the game on they let the Clippers finish the game on something like a 13-0 run. And you cannot win basketball games doing that. But earlier in the game, when they were making their comeback, they looked amazing, both offensively and defensively. And I don't honestly know what it is that's causing this, that has been the culprit behind this. I don't know if it's the players not giving maximum effort the entire game. At times it seems like that. I don't think it was that last night. The Bucks seemed to be giving a lot of effort last night, with the exception of Jabari Parker, who just had an awful game. He was 1 for 12 from the field, 0 for 4 for 3. Just a terrible game for Jabari. But back to what I was saying, I don't know what it is. Is it the coaching? I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you that it's one of the most infuriating things that I can watch as a sports fan, to see a team just go up and down and up and down. I mean, I guess it's better than having a down night the entire night like some of these other teams. I mean, at least we're not the Memphis Grizzlies, right, who are lost a game once by maybe that was the Magic who lost by 40, I don't know. But the Bucks are just, if they could just play with the kind of consistency that just even a little more consistent than they are now. If they could just play at the level that they play when they make their comebacks, they'd win games by 20 points. They'd be beating teams that they shouldn't be beating, and it'd be amazing because we'd finally be seeing the full strength Bucks. And it's just so infuriating to watch. And another thing that's been really a big issue with the Bucks this year, besides consistently, is rebounding. And this is a really big shocker because the Milwaukee Bucks are one of the longest teams in the NBA, and yet they're the worst statistical rebounding team in the NBA at the same time. And that's just unacceptable, and that speaks to possibly a lack of effort. And the Bucks, they really don't have a true center on the team anyways. I mean, they have Tyler Zeller, who is a center, yeah, but I mean, he's not really a guy who's gonna blow you away in the rebounding department. And he is a good box-out artist, I'll give him that. But, I mean, the Bucks are starting guys like John Henson at center, and John Henson is not a center. He is not big enough or strong enough to play center. He has long arms. He can occasionally tip balls back out on the rebound, but, I mean, he can't pull down rebounds with the best of them. When he goes up against a guy like DeAndre Jordan, he gets taken to town, and it's just so infuriating to watch that as well. Honestly, though, I can talk all about this, but I really don't have any one solution for these problems. So it's really me just venting. And I really, really wish that the Bucks would be able to just snap their fingers and solve these issues. But I know that's unrealistic, and it's going to take some time to solve these issues. The Bucks are, for most likely, they're not going to win a playoff series this year. And even though this was going to be the year that we hoped that they did. So it's been a bit of a disappointment. I mean, if they do win a playoff series, then I'd call the year a success, honestly. With all this teams have struggled, I'd call it a success. But this offseason, even if they win a playoff series, they're going to need to they're going to need to do something. They're going to need to decide what they want to do with Jabari Parker. They're going to need to decide who they want to hire as head coach. They're going to need to implement new schemes because, honestly, the Milwaukee Bucks defensive scheme is just so outdated for today's NBA. Teams are way too good as shooters to be playing the kind of defense that the Bucks play. And they're really going to have to make some changes. They need to find a center, a real center, not Tyler Zeller or John Henson. In my opinion, I'd dump Henson and Delly's contracts. Those are just ridiculous. And Tony Snell too. We're paying these guys so much money to be pretty much role players. But we need to find ourselves a true center, whether that be through a trade up through the draft. Who knows? But we need to find ourselves a center this offseason too. But I mean, the window's still there for the Bucks. Giannis is young. The good news is that this isn't over. The Milwaukee Bucks are going to be here for a while. They're going to compete for a while, regardless of who's coaching or not. As long as they have Giannis, they're always going to be a team that's going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. So, well, that's all I really have to say on the topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a different kind of video that I've made. Usually I'll have videos where I'll have like more, look at it from like a more objective standpoint. This is just me venting, and I've always wanted to do things like this. I just want to have a series where I can just vent about issues without having to go like in depth or anything. I just want people to hear my opinions, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at OberSports41512.